Can you imagine growing up in a place where it was illegal to practice yoga together? Up until the early 2000s, it was actually banned in Cuba to come together and practice spiritual or meditation-related group practices. The Yoga Proyecto Comunitario and the Cuban Yoga Association have had to fight for their right to exist and to practice together, and yet they stay determined. This yoga studio exists in the basement of a 14-story apartment building. One of the yoga teachers happens to be a kitchen and bathroom repairman. Over the last 5 years, he has saved tiles from his projects and asked for donations of tiles from the homes of his yoga students in order to build the floor of this studio. This Olguin class takes place in a noisy community center courtyard because they cannot yet afford to rent a studio place. When the community center is not available, they practice in their personal living rooms or even in their front parlors. It would cost only $40 USD for this community to rent a clean and quiet space for them to practice together. And this is where you come in. In the United States, an average yoga class costs between $10 and $20. This means that for the same amount you would spend on 1 week of yoga in the US, you could pay for an entire studio for a Cuban yoga community to practice in for a whole month. Most of the yoga students here learned from old yogic texts that came over before the embargo. Many of them still practiced on towels rather than yoga mats. A $20 yoga mat might seem like a minimal expense, but in Cuba, the average monthly salary is $20. The Montaia team's goal is to raise enough money to pay the rent for 3 separate yoga centers in Cuba for 1 year, and to donate 10 yoga mats to each of those centers. To provide this space and these tools would take only $2,400 US. Donate today to support the Cuban yoga community and join the Montaia mission to connect, support, and inspire the world.